So I'm having a chat with Boo Hewerdine. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you very much.
Good,
I should
good.
warn you that any moment now, a man's going to come to mend my boiler and the dogs will go mad, but it'll sound good on the recording. So,
That's fine. Yeah, we'll keep it
yeah,
all in. We won't edit
yeah,
it out. We'll just leave it as is
yeah,
for the entertainment purposes.
yeah.
And speaking of entertainment, we've been playing a new single of yours. The track, the things you find in books. Tell us a bit about the single first of all.
Well, the single is kind of the title track of the album that I've made with Online, which is the album's called Things Found in Books, and it's based around a notice board in Culzean Castle in the second-hand bookshop when people bring in second-hand books to donate. Quite often they leave things between the pages and they've stuck them all on a board. And Yvonne, a few years ago, thought that would be a really nice concept for an album. And so she contacted me and then we wrote it together. And not only is it an album, it's a really lovely book as well. It's a beautiful thing. And we're going to be touring during the summer, playing in bookshops and literary festivals and stuff like that. So it's a bit unusual thing for us to do, and it's very lovely. We launched the project properly in Culzean Castle a couple of weekends ago, and it's a very immersive gig, though I say it myself. So it's a bit different from strutting about singing songs about yourself. So I liked it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And as mentioned, that is off the new record, which is out now.
Yeah.
For those who've not heard it yet, tell us about the sound and the album itself.
Well, that's an interesting question, really. It's quite diverse because we just reacted to the things that we took as inspiration. So there's a couple of instrumentals, and one of them's called Viennese Horses because there was a postcard of Viennese horses. So we just try to create that atmosphere, and then other songs. She's got a beautiful song that she wrote, which is called Salvador Dali and Me, and that's a lovely sweeping sort of string laden thing. It's really lovely. So it's a very varied record in terms of style. Either she or myself sing, but it's all held together with the concept. Quite often when I make an album, I want everything to sort of sound as though it came from the same place, but we allowed ourselves to wander stylistically with this.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, nice, nice. And how did you and Yvonne get together to write this?
Well, I knew Yvonne because I play with Eddie Reader, and Yvonne had supported us probably over 10 years ago, and we just became pals. And she approached me, to be honest. I mean, she's the driving force initially. I'll tell you what, I do a lot of records by myself, and doing a record with someone else and feeling like a little team is a really special thing. So we're always watching each other's back. Uh, so she approached me and asked me, and we did it online initially, and then she doesn't live that far from me. I live in Glasgow. She lives in Greenock, so we ended up sort of being together. Some of the songs we wrote individually, some together. Just it was a very easy, pleasurable process, which is always good with music, I think. So,
Mm, nice,
mm,
nice. I'd like to talk about the writing side of things as well. So for
yeah.
you, how do tracks normally start off?
One of a million different ways, uh, actually. But being given a topic is, as a songwriter, is such a gift. Sometimes I do commissions for radio programs, and they say, "Can you write a song about absence or something like that?" And they give me 3 days to do it, and then go and record it. To be given a task, so we gave ourselves tasks. So all these lovely items that are on the board were like cues to start. But when I'm writing albums for myself, you're just looking at a big blank page. So quite often it takes me 2 or 3 years between albums to sort of find what I want to say. But that's not a problem with this. You're given the subject matter, and then off you go. And as a songwriter, that is such a gift. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, nice.
So
And you
we're in
mentioned,
fact going to do a residential workshop in September together, where we're going to the people are it's more or less sold out now. It's at a place called Moniac Moor in near Inverness, and people are going to come and we're going to sort of share with other writers that like the power of a discrete project rather than just trying to write about your own feelings.
mm,
It's magic. I've done that with I don't know if you know Duke Special. I did an album with him like that, which was based around 100-year-old photographs and things like that. So it's a cheat, really. You're given something to write about. If you're given something to write about, it just comes out in moments. Yeah,
yeah, I can well imagine. And
yeah,
you already mentioned that you're heading out on tour doing some shows. I bet you can't
yeah,
wait for that.
yeah. Where are you?
I am near Bristol.
I think we're playing at Chapel Arts in Bath. Actually, that's not
You
far,
are
is it?
not too
You,
far. No,
we
no,
can
not
come
at all.
along, and you can come backstage and sort of take things out of our rider if you want. Like
Sounds good to me. Yeah, sounds good to me. And I think that's your last date on your tour across July. How's the are you ready for it at the moment, or is the plan still in the in process?
oh, it's way in the future that, but we will be ready. We've done a few shows already. We're very quick at getting together. But the idea of this is not a traditional album tour thing. So we're doing that, and then we're doing Scottish dates in December. But we're going to do stuff right until next year and go abroad with it. And we've got someone helping us get us on various literary and arts festivals. So it's actually playing Chapel Arts, which is a lot. I love that venue and I love the people who run it. But that's probably the most traditional gig we're doing on this tour.
Hmm.
So most of the others are in unusual places. So we're just always on the lookout for weird places to play with this project. So.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure. And you mentioned heading overseas as well. Is there anywhere you want to get to and play?
Well, I'd quite like to get to Australia because my youngest has moved there. So I've made it quite clear that we have to get some gigs around Melbourne so I can visit her.
And then you can visit her and take the costs off your business expenses instead.
Exactly. What a beautiful gesture you must be thinking. It's very expensive to get there, and I'm a
Mm,
musician, and because I'm a musician, you take every opportunity you can to get a freebie. Yeah.
mm. Yeah,
Mm.
absolutely. Boo, it's been a pleasure having a chat with you.
Yeah. Lovely.